pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, the planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry, planes don't fly. Nah, my oh my. Had to get my health right when I was out of shape. Had to get my dough when I was out of weight. Yellow tape on the block. Paramedics came late. Shorty drunk too much. Threw up everything she ate. Parasites on your back. Trying to eat off your plate. You don't want no beef. Already know it's at stake. Never burning bridges. Crocs always at the lake. If they don't give a damn, under pressure they'll break. For the ones that always have a say. Always got a scheme. Always got to play. Always got a dream. Earning our take. We make it our thing. Y'all overnight celebrities. We made it in the thing. Made it for the cream. We had to do our thing. 100,000 everywhere. We just did the scheme. Converse we never wear. That just ain't our thing. Killed his own mom just to make it rain. They don't pay dues like the rules don't apply. Jaw full of suckers get twisted cause you're high. Waves go dry. Planes don't fly. My oh my. But they don't pay no dues like.
Now, who said my nigga Gray don't got fired? You know what I mean? My nigga Gray got fired. That's a fact. Anyway, little slight intro. You know what I mean? We just fucking around before we get live with y'all. Yeah. Alright, we just gonna get in and out. And I know I already pressed live already, but just fuck with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think we is ready. Part of the intro earlier, that GRAYFIRE shit is fired. I ain't gonna lie. Vintage cigars is mwah. That should crack. That's on that Raise the Stakes too, by the way. But let's get it though. You know what I mean? What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's roll. It's on that album too, by the way.
Yeah. GRAYFIRE.
When I want to chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do a daily one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When I want to chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do a daily one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. Trying to get rich, me and famous trying to break the house up and I love playing spades for the stuff. 3-car money, get tricked out your stuff. I can't stick to casino, even Ace had it rough. Watch out for a ginger, don't be drinking too much. I'm in an ex-offender looking for a come up. James in the woods, still plotting for the stones. I'm sharing no good, still lead a brother on. We from the hood, the children of the chrome up. Bedded all black, mama screaming head crack. Come past the line, we not taking no crap. Blackjack, that's the name. 21, that's the game. Lose your chicken dinners, leave your stomach in pain. But we can't complain, we double everything. Like Mace using cold carefree bonus for the team.
When I want to chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do a daily one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got.
It's my nigga GRAYFIRE featuring my nigga famous AAA Moneyline. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. Happy Monday, Throwback Monday. Large slate in the game in the NBA today. So we'll do a quick recap on the in-season tournament. Obviously, we was right, and some of the other channels, they was wrong. You know what I mean? GRAYFIRE on the checking. Some of the other channels was wrong. In hindsight, obviously, Milwaukee Bucks was the right pick. And Giannis was the best player. He came out, he shut it down, he showed y'all. You know, he had to remind, like, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Giannis. And we'll see how moving forward goes. Walking off the court, essay, kind of like the nonchalant basketball, b-ball player walk. And not like it was really nothing. And then even at the press conference, sitting there with Jalen, you know, he kind of, I can't recall exactly what he said right now. We live, we rolling. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please, right? And he kind of like chuckled or said some shit, and then SA kind of like just put his head down like this. So I don't know if they was taking it serious or not, but I do think they got the better odds or chances of making it to the real chip, because that shit doesn't matter. I mean, and it may not matter for some years to come, like I said, until a lot of players don't get them, or we'll see if it's the same with the chip. Like, can anybody get these in-season cups, or just the best teams, and some players will still be denied? We'll see. But our record yesterday, obviously 1-0. So we won 95 and we won 95. We back to 500. And with these 13 games today, we plan on, going way above 500. As far as the locks, not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me, the winner chicken dinners. We 191. Like, I mean, got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. We 91 and we 100. We 9 games above 500, and we definitely want to keep our record good. Like I told y'all on Tuesday's show, moving forward, we's gonna be doing things a little different. Not that I wasn't taking, obviously this shit seriously, because I hate losing, and especially my own money. That's why I always say, because that's your money, son. Like, I hate losing my own money. So definitely not just getting up here playing with it, but moving forward, I mean, with the strategy of how I'm doing things and the information that I'm going to be giving out to y'all. But anyway, we 191. We 9 games above 500 on the locks. Not just picking the games, on the locks. Not from Yonkers. And with that being said, 13 game slate. Let's jump right into it. We're not going to be that long, even though I was listening to the music a little bit earlier. We're going to definitely run through the games real quick. And I'm looking at the CBS Sports app. There's no graphics because I'm doing it live. When I'm handicapping the games, I go to CBS Sports. If it's just a habit, I could go to FanDuel, could go to DraftKings, ESPN Bet, various different Caesars. I got all of them. I mean, I could go to them and look at the spread, but this is what I'm used to looking at. So what we got, first game up, and I'm gonna have to write this down so when I swing back for the credits later, I could push it there so people don't be like, well, what game you talking about at this time? I'm talking about Utah and Detroit. All right, first game up, we got Utah Jazz out on the road at Detroit. Detroit giving 4. Yesterday it was 4.5. Detroit, the better team right now, obviously, record-wise and overall playing. When you go back and you look at the history on the bat line, it's like, yeah, Utah has been winning this series as of late. Not really in love with the game, but if I had to bet it, if I had to choose, then I would take Utah for the history. And although Detroit is the better team as of right now, Utah is in the West, Detroit is in the East. When the East is in the house, oh my God. I just don't think they should be laying no 4 points, 4.5 points. I think it should have been more like a -1, -1.5. Pick 'em, not no 4. Like, you ain't just jumping to 4. And Utah got their whole team, so I'm gonna go with Utah. Where we at? 8:21. Next game up, we got OKC out on the road playing the Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic is getting 6.5. The public is all over OKC. I love when I see that. As a handicap, I will say, I'm handicapping now, even though prior to doing it this way on YouTube and talking about sports every day, I always bet my own money every day. So I've been a gambler, but not really a handicapper. So I'm just giving you my knowledge and how I see it. You know what I mean? When I'm about to bet my money, this is going to be one of the games I bet on. When I see the public leaning towards a certain way, yes, OKC is the better team. And ATS-wise, they definitely a money maker. They're going to make you some money if you just betting with OKC straight up or with the spread. You're going to win some money. Orlando is also a good team when it comes to the ATS and against the spread. And although OKC has dominated these last 3 games against them, then Magic have won, you know what I mean? And I just see OKC coming off a strong game, losing emotionally, mentally, definitely mentally, paying attention to detail in a high-stakes game. And obviously it was $500,000 for every player and coach and a staff member, or for the losers like they was, 200 and some, thousand. So it was high stakes. Again, we already recapped that. Giannis came out and dominated. So could they come back out? They haven't lost, they only lost 2 games once this whole season. They definitely one of the best teams in the league, right? back and forth, could be the best, could not be the best. I just see Orlando as a tough team, a money-making team at home. Yes, they are missing Fred Wagner, and they are missing Ben Carroll. Obviously, those are their two best players. I think they are deep enough, and if they can't win, which I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to keep it close. And for those reasons alone, I'm going to take the Magic at home. Next game, 10-29. Got Charlotte out on the road at Washington. Washington Wizards, one of the worst teams in the league. They getting 3.5. Washington obviously is the worst team. Besides, who is worse than Washington? I mean, you could say the Pelicans. They got 5 wins. Washington got 3 wins. You definitely could say Utah. They got 5 wins. But the Wizards is just L. Trashington. Sprinkle some dirt on them. Charlotte ain't that much better. They do only got 7 wins. They do got LaMelo Ball. That is the difference. And they also, we got to put some respect on Brandon Miller game. He has, since coming out number 2 in the draft, since Malik and Andrews with the, rest in peace and all that. You know what I mean? Bringing that shit up. He has been showing that he was worthy of the high pick, and he has been paying dividends. So I think they got the best 2 players, if you ask me. And they are 4 games better than the Wizards, so I'm going to take the Charlotte Hornets. I won't be surprised if people out there like, I'll take the Wizards at home. They getting 3.5. They like a similar team, you know what I mean? But I think the talent is more on the Charlotte side, so I'm a roll with Charlotte. 11-49, 11-48. Who we got? Oh, Chicago at Boston. All right, so the next game up we got Chicago Bulls. Out on the road, getting 14.5 from the best team in the NBA to me, which is the Boston Celtics. I'm not going to stand in front of the moving train. I think Boston will come. I think they will win, but I'm not really rushing to the window to bet it. Like this ain't a strong game for me. Games like this where I'd be like, well, the favorites should just win, unless you feel. So I ain't gonna really handicap the game. I'm just leaning towards Boston. I'm not going to bet on the game. I think they're the better team. Obviously, they got 9 games better than them. Giving 14 though is a lot. But I think Boston will come out. They will Hulk smash and they'll spink. Next game, where we at? 12:45. Toronto and Brooklyn. Right? Got Toronto at home giving 4 to Brooklyn. Brooklyn is finding out what life is like without Dennis Schroeder. Not their best player. You could say Cam Thompson. You could say, Chad Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe Schroeder was 3rd. But the experience and obviously this shit he been putting on like I put on. He been putting on, and that's why he got traded. Like Warriors, like nah, let us take him, see what we could do. And he gonna play tonight later on, maybe kind of sorta. So I think it's gonna be the second game without Schroeder. Toronto, they're gonna be getting Scotty Barnes back, maybe Joku or whatever his name is. He's out. They just been riddled with injuries. Brooklyn got the better record by 3 games. They 10-16. Toronto was 7-20. But I like Toronto at home. I think it's not really much. You just really got to win. You just lost to I think Miami, right? But Miami didn't cover. No, the Bulls. And they was down big by the Bulls. Came all the way back, thought they was going to win the game. And I had Toronto that day. They was getting 1.5. Like, you know what I mean? It's that fucking smidget of an inch, and you could win or you could lose, depending on that day who you had. So they lost. They still at home. Brooklyn, finding out what life is like without Kyrie. You play the Grizzlies. You play Cleveland, 2 tough teams, and the Bucks. So they all losing. And now you at Toronto, another team that's rough. I just don't think they're going to have it today. And thus, I'm going with Toronto. Where we at? 14-33. Who next? Oh, Houston and New Orleans. All right, so up next, we got the Pelicans out on the road at Houston. Houston giving 10.5. I did see the spread at 8.5, at 9. This is the spread that I'm going to stick with. Unless it obviously changes on the books. But if it's 10.5, I love the Pelicans. And I know they're not the best of teams at Houston. At Houston. Houston at home rather. They are a good ATS team, and they win at home. If you bet them at home, you're gonna definitely win way more than you lose, even with the spread. And they definitely went out as home favorites. I think they will win. I think they will bounce back from losing to OKC in the tournament. Again, another team that played their heart out, made it. You finally beat Golden State, who was spanking you for like 16 games straight. Who's your daddy? Like Golden State Warriors. Who's your daddy? Golden State Warriors. Like Houston Rockets. Like, so, and y'all needed help in that game. But you finally break through. All right, now your reward, you got to go play OKC. OKC spank your defensive game. They show you you're not ready yet, and they send you home. So, yeah, you should come out now that you're home, dominate. But I don't see y'all covering tonight. I won't be surprised, but I'm going to take my chances with the Pelicans, a bum team. I just don't. Oh, let me look at the money line, too. Yeah, money line should be way higher. Money line is 549, in my opinion. Giving 10.5 at home, it should be 900, 999 like a band. It should be minus a band because you know they're gonna win. It's just how much you're gonna cover by, and I don't think they're gonna cover. Golden State and Memphis, where we at? 16, 13. 30. Golden State and Memphis. I'm just putting the money tag so when I do put it up online, because I'm live, y'all can't see what games I'm talking about. I don't want people to be coming like, damn, the video was 20 minutes, what he talking about. All right, so where we at? We at Golden State. Where we at Memphis. Memphis -4. Here come the Warriors, like, Warriors, come out and play. And I'm on the Grizzlies, bounce back game. They just lost to the Lakers. That was their third time playing them, so now it's 2-1 Lakers way. Sunday night, they was on a 4-game win streak, 5-game win streak. So you could count that in as a season loss, if you will. And they was on a 4-game win streak. Beat the Kings, Boston, Wizards, and the Nets. Then you lose to the Lakers. Now you back home. And they played already. This season. They lost by 5. They was on a 3-game road trip. That was the last stop. Shooter is going to probably suit up tonight when you look at RotoWire. But the Warriors, their last couple of games, for me, I don't really trust them. That's why they made the trade. That's why they're looking for some answers. They don't got it all together yet. And just like the Lakers, they might make the playoffs. I know earlier, I'm like, what is it, strength in numbers? And yeah, when everybody's playing good, Steph is rolling, then they look like they could compete, right? When the unknown names, or as Shaq like to say, the others, when they look mortal, when they look like, yeah, we don't got no other all-stars around. You're looking around like some of these ladies, like, where did all the men go? You passed them up, and it's not no other all-stars around. Draymond is older, Steph is older. The jump shot never dies, but I say that to say their last couple of road games been L's. So yeah, they could come waltzing here, you know what I mean, and win or keep it close, but I don't think so. I like the Memphis to cover. And just for the sake of argument, the public is fake on the Warriors, 57% with the 4 money line, like the intro to my videos by GRAYFIRE and Famous. Niggas is on Memphis, 77%. So I'm rolling with Memphis too. 1847. Next game up, we got Atlanta out on the road at Spurs. Spurs is a 1-point favorite. Some people might got it at 1.5 now. Record-wise, it's not really much to decipher here because Atlanta's only 1 game better. Prior to the loss to the Bucks, I think they was 5-1, beat Cleveland twice, beat Boston. Like they've been playing some good teams and winning. And we actually had Atlanta prior to the Bucks game. I was on my, other shit like, yeah, they probably could win the chip, and they end up losing to the Bucks, and then the Bucks end up winning the chip, and we was right about that. I don't know if they fatigue, playing in a high stakes game like that. Trae Young been in the playoffs. They are one of the youngest teams. But so was the Spurs. Now, could be the angle, like Jay was saying, Jay Briggs, shout outs to Jay. He did have OKC in the championship. And today, his angle is Chris Paul got traded to them for Wembanyama instead of Trae Young was supposed to go there. I didn't know that. Will he be motivated to show them like, yo, y'all should have got me? I don't know, because I think he's good in Atlanta. Like, I mean, like John Morant was like, yo, I'm good in the West. For now, I think now that he see the team that they got, Atlanta got a decent team. They got a deep team. Not really no all-stars. They do got like some pocket swift Nasmen that could, do a lot. But I think it's enough to definitely get in the first seven seeds of the playoffs. But anyway, I like the Spurs. My initial hunch is the Spurs. They at home. They just lost to Minnesota. Minnesota's a good team. They've been Hulk smashing 5-1 in their last 5 games, and we're gonna get to them in a few games because they play my Knicks tonight. I'm just go with the Spurs. I like the Spurs. Next game up, 20, 43. Who's up? Clippers and Dallas. Give me a second, guys. Clippers and Dallas. All right, next game up, we got the Clippers at Dallas. Dallas is home favorites, giving 6.5. No Luka Doncic. He always in and out. I hate that about these new niggas. Like Rick Ross said, y'all new niggas? Y'all some new niggas. Like Oakley and Barkley and some of the greats that never got the ring, right? Mike took everything. Had load management or just do some of the ways these new niggas be doing, careers probably would have turned out different, especially if they was joining up and teaming up to go against Mike or whoever to get some rings. Anyway, Clippers, kind of like taped off a little bit, have been playing well, Powell in and out, Harden having like 2 or 3 bad games. I like Dallas in this game. I think they could win, they could cover. Without Luka Doncic, this would be the game that they would win, and a lot of people probably go the other way, like, oh, as soon as their superstar is out, then let's go with the other team. And I told y'all got to be careful about when a player come back and when they go out. Still do your homework, still do your due diligence. Just don't, take it for granted, like, oh, because a player is not playing, that's definitely a win. Vegas already, take into account every single thing you could think of. They the house for a reason, so you need to be mindful of that. But at home, I think they the better team. They are only 2 games better, but I think they are the better team. I think they played this year already too. So this is a revenge game, if I'm not mistaken. No, they didn't play this year. They're gonna play twice in January or February, back-to-back games too, just like how they're gonna do. That's another reason why I like Dallas. They're gonna play them again on Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday. So they're gonna play them today. Then you're gonna play them right back again on Saturday. I think they take the first game. If they got a chance to win the game, Clippers that is, I think it'd be on the second game. So I'm going with the Clippers. Where we at? 22. We're gonna finish this up quick. 22-20. Where we at? The Suns. And who? Oh, and Indiana. All right, the next game up, folks, we got Indiana out on the road at Phoenix. Phoenix is also given 6.5. Real quick, real sweet for me, I'm on Indiana. And the reason why I'm on Indiana, although they have been Trashington on the road, they've been trash. And if you've been betting with them on the road prior to their last game, you've been losing. Suns, though, is like, when they got Kevin Durant, they one of the best around. And nothing's ever like they one of the best teams, so it be seeming like. When he's out, then they just drop down like considerably. They just fall off the map. But I still got them as a little Salfington. You know what I mean? I don't like to keep using that word for the athletes, but when I say that, they don't be having a dog in them. I don't really see that from their players. So I'm gonna go with Indiana because I think it's like an even type of game. Even though they got Kevin Durant, they got Bradley Beal, they got Booker. I'm gonna take the 6 points with me, and I think Indiana possibly can win even straight up. So that's who I'm rolling with. Who we got next? 24-17. We got my New York Knicks at Minnesota. This is gonna be a good game, guys. I ain't even gonna sing the New York song. Y'all know y'all watch the channel. It's New York. I ain't even gonna sing the channel. But I like this game though. This is where we gonna see, you know what I mean, who not who got the better of the trade, but who gonna really ride for their guys. And this is what I mean by that. We got Carlton Towns. He didn't want to get traded. Julius didn't want to get traded either. We see these two teams play, although it was the preseason. Everybody played except Julius Randle. Knicks won by 5. 110, 115. right off the top, because I did go back and look. Karl-Anthony Towns had 16. I think Brunson had like 24. Ant-Man 31 or whatever. And then Vincenzo. Remember that? If y'all remember the drama, this was a big trade early on. I know it don't seem like that much, especially for the people that's not big on the Knicks. And I don't think they're going to win the chip either. This is my team. They're not winning the chip. I think they will go far in the playoffs, though, possibly this year, like they did last year, for the injuries. So then Vincenzo, he at the free throw line talking to Jalen Brunson Pops like, oh, why they ain't put you in charge? And talking to Tom Thibodeau like, oh, I can't finish? Because I don't think he wanted to get traded either. You know, that's the Villanova Knicks. Anyway, first game back home, Towns did come out here like, yo, these my brothers. I didn't want to get traded. Just because I got traded don't mean I don't want to fuck with them. So the revenge game and showing your old team like, yo, y'all should have never traded me. And on some Rocky, you should have never came back. Like, you know what I mean? You should have never came back. I'm going to have a doctor rearrange your face. Classic movie, right, Mr. T? I like the Minnesota tonight. This is the game that the Knicks could come win. They just beat Orlando. I like Minnesota. I think it'll be a hard-fought, close game, but it'll be 2 in a row if you count the preseason. And then you gotta expect that the Knicks might, win at home when they play again next month. Exactly 1 month from now, I think it's January 22nd or 19th, MLK Day. One of those days, they're gonna be right back at the Garden. So you let them get 2 off you, and it's looking ahead. But I think Julius Randle not playing, the tension there. Losing by 5, you only got to win by a basket. I'll take Minnesota at home. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt to win at home. 2 more games, then we're going to get to the locks. We at 26. I didn't want this video to be that long, but it's all good. 26, 25. And who was this? Denver Nuggets at Portland. Denver Nuggets at Portland. I like the Nuggets. Nuggets, they trying to get their foot in. Joker in and out of the lineup, injuries in and out of the lineups, a lot of frail and fragile plays this year in the NBA. We already spoke about this. My neck, my back, my heel, my ankle. These is the injuries that they using instead of just saying, we resting, we don't want to play today, we just finished busting these Instagram models. No, I mean, like, we want to rest today, especially them young niggas. They don't really got now I'm not going to strip club, I'm not going out on some mama mentality. I'm going to be better than all these niggas and bust ass. A lot of them don't got that. That's just my observation watching the game, from the time I've watched it. But anyway, we like the Nuggets. We ain't looking towards Portland. Would I be surprised if they cover? Maybe, but we're not looking towards that. Last game of the night, where is that, 27? I'm just trying to write the marks down so when I do put the video up for people that catch it later, they can see where the marks is at. We got the Lakers at Sacramento. All right, cool. Last game of the night, guys. We got Sacramento home favorites giving 5 to the Lakers. Lakers, LeBron James may play. He may not play. He's, well, you really can't count LeBron. He got 20 years in, but he'll take off days, come back, drop a triple-double. But then the next game, you can't get it up. Like, that's not it. Like, I mean, like, we get it. You older now, but, you're going, I knew it was Cat when he was like, yo, I'm going to play all the games. Nah, you're not going to. How are you going to play all the games? This is a young man's game, and you have been dominating. You are one of the GOATs. You are on the Mount Rushmore, even though people be hating it. I'm going to give you your props. If you're not number 1, you definitely top 5, dead or alive, and that's just off 1 LP. But you do take off, and you're older now. And that's why they're not going to go far. Anthony Davis not going to take them. The role players, unless they make a trade, I just see them being the same team, but a year older as they was last year, although they keep running into Denver. Sacramento, on the other hand, we can't really trust them either. They are L. Trashington, sprinkle some dirt on them. We don't know if they want to be a good team, if they don't want to be a good team. They 1 game under 500. Lakers is 2 games above 500. However, in this particular matchup, the last 5, 6, 7 games, Sacramento been whipping ass. They've been definitely coming in there all at home, lighting the beam on the Lakers. They just lost to Denver. They was losing that game, came all the way back, was winning, and then you lose by 1. And they was given, I think, 3.5 or 3. And we had Sacramento in that game. And they lost. This is the bounce back game on a team that you be dominating, whether LeBron play or not. I want him to play, so that way it ain't no funny shit. I do want him to play, and I think he probably won't play because the spread been going to 4.5. It's been going to 5. But I like Sacramento to bounce back. All right, let's get to the locks. Let's get to the locks. Let's get to the theme music of the locks.
Yeah. GRAYFIRE. Rich Famous.
When I win the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When I win the chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad
line in the air, throwing signals. All right, folks. It's 13 games today. If you missed the last two shows, I'm gonna give out the locks, but appreciate you, Mark. I'm gonna give out the locks, but I'm gonna tell y'all who's my strongest team, and we just gonna try to show y'all, that we can make some money with betting NBA. I mean, my record is 191 on the lock, so we 9 games above 500. That should be proof enough. But it is what it is. It's not what you did yesterday. It's can we win some money today? And I think we will win some money today. With that being said, 13 games. We are just going to give out 4. And I'm going with Orlando. I'm going with Memphis. And I'm going with Indiana. And we're going with Charlotte. The game that I'm taking as the top game is is Orlando against OKC. That's the strongest pick for me. That's who I'm going to put my money on tonight. And y'all can do what y'all want to do. Let me know who you're taking. Let me know who you like. If you rock with the show, let me know what you think I'm bugging out at. And of course, y'all was tuned in to Popovich. Popovich TV, NBA, Picking with Pop. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.